Hi everyone, I'm Paige Abbott, registered psychologist with Sana Psychological in the province of Alberta. Just a quick disclaimer that videos and self-help materials are not a substitute for professional support and treatment. If you do need any care, I do encourage you to reach out to a professional in your area. Moving forward with the video, I have been called a very practical and realistic person, and so I thought I would create a series on YouTube around practical steps for moving forward with your hopes and your goals, whether this be physical health, mental health, emotional, relational, spiritual, financial, cultural, or beyond. Step number one is building a structure. I can't emphasize how important it is to create a structure and a lifestyle for yourself that supports the goals that you want to achieve. Oftentimes I find people do get caught up in kind of fantastical or wishful thinking, hoping that the issues that they're struggling with will go away without really looking at the structure that they need to create in their lives to support that. So individual action steps certainly are very helpful, but you really need to reevaluate the whole context in which you're living. So this involves literally sitting down and looking at your day from start of day to end of day and everything you're doing in between, and looking at the action steps that you can be taking, as well as the things that you're already doing, as well as the competing life priorities that need to be there that will support you in achieving the results and the goals that you are hoping to. So if, for example, you are hoping to, let's say, deal with anxiety, which is a common feeling and challenge that many people struggle with, and yet you're leaving pretty much all parts of your life the same. So you're really busy, you have a lot on the go, you don't really have a lot of time for proper nutrition, proper rest, proper exercise, then you are going to run into some difficulties in dealing with anxiety. Sure, you can go and take some medication, maybe bring in a new tool or two to help you lessen anxiety, but if the framework of your life was kind of fueling and supporting anxiety in the past, if that's not changed, then it's going to be really hard for you to get a different result moving forward. So you would need to pull it back to look at everything from how much rest you're getting, when you're waking up, how you're starting your day, what you're doing throughout your day, bringing in breaks, bringing in mindfulness, bringing in emotional self-care techniques, connection time with healthy supports, and really looking at that infrastructure that will support you. This is something that can be challenging to do on your own, so it is something I encourage people to get some support around. You can put together a rough framework for yourself, but then you may want to check that out with some family members, friends, partner, as well as professionals to get everyone's opinions and feedback on what they're hearing, what they're seeing, any additions they may suggest, as well as any kind of subtractions that they may suggest. Because often when people are starting with a structure, they may actually put in kind of too much right off the bat. We don't need this to be all these new different tools that you've never explored before. It needs to be a balance of things that are comfortable and familiar to you, but really just looking at when they're going to happen, being more concerted about times and scheduling, and making a point of doing the things that you know support yourself. I'll let you in on a little secret. I really don't believe that health, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or beyond, is really that complicated or complex. That really we need some basic fundamentals. We need to move our bodies, we need time outside, we need nutrition, we need rest, we need time with people that we care about and who care about us. We need time to slow down, just be, kind of sit with ourselves, sit with our feelings. We need fun, and we need connection with nature, with people, with the world. If we're looking at these fundamentals and bringing those into our framework concertedly and consciously, it can really help in building you to get to that point that you want to get to with whatever your goals happen to be. So step one in the practical series, build a structure. Look at the things you're already doing in your life, but look at, are you doing them in kind of an organized and systematic way, or is it a bit random and haphazard? I would encourage you to move in the direction of more organized, more conscious, more purposeful, at least to begin with. And then as you're feeling more comfortable with that framework, it's easier to be a bit more flexible and to kind of adjust to curveballs that life throws our way. But initially, having a framework that's pretty scheduled, doesn't have to be every minute, but knowing when your anchors are going to happen is really important. And something I do emphasize to a lot of the clients that I work with is the importance of the beginning of day routine as well as the evening wind down routine. So the morning routine, a lot of people find benefit in doing things that kind of capitalize on that momentum that most of us carry in the morning. So doing things like gratitude journaling, affirmations, inspirational readings, meditation, time outside, all of these things can really help to set the tone and set the message for the day. How do we want our day to go? How do we want to live? Evening routine needs to be more about processing as well as wind down. We've gone through the day, stress, feeling, situations have built up that come with drain, and so we need time to recuperate ourselves. We need to process what's gone on during the day, and we also need to bring back some of that energy, and then that sets us up as well for rest. So usually in the evenings, people do find benefit in maybe a quiet relaxation meditation time, doing some journaling, having a conversation to share their thoughts and their feelings with somebody that they trust and that they care about and who cares about them, as well as or a trusted professional. Just doing things like that to help unpack the day, and then finding some nice and calming wind down activities. So baths, maybe gentle stretching, sitting outside to just enjoy some fresh air, things like that, reading to help you wind down so that you get proper rest. Some practical steps. Take some time to sit down, make a list of the things that you are doing currently that are important to you for health. This includes things like meals. How often are you eating? Are you happy with what you're eating? Hydration, emotional self-care, really trying to look at all the different aspects of health. What are you currently doing? Making a list of what you would like to incorporate, and then building a structure. So maybe literally mapping out a calendar for yourself of what you're doing at certain times of the day, putting some reminders in your phone to hold yourself accountable, and building a plan that's visible, that's tangible, and that's practical for you to follow. Try that out for a week or two, then revisit the plan. What needs to be changed? What revisions do you need to make? Because it's not going to be a perfect plan right off the bat. It's never going to be a perfect plan, but aiming to modify it so that it adapts to meet you where you're at. I wish you all the best in this step of building a structure and building a framework, and stay tuned for the next parts of the practical series to help support you in moving forward with whatever your goals happen to be. Thanks for watching. If you are finding value in the channel and the videos, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel and or to get notifications so that you're aware of when new videos come out. Thanks for watching, and take care.